Thanks tonight day.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size. This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show. The Hauraki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Except not one of those guys is here today. You got producer Pugs bringing you the Big Show, as brought to you by Night Day for the best milkshakes, thick shakes, and super thick shakes. Go see our mates at Night and Day. How you going? Hopefully you've had a great day so far. Obviously, Jason Mike not here today. And Keyzie, as we know, is off pesting about Europe on his honeymoon. Bless his soul. So I'm here to help you relive some of the Big Show's most epic moments.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
We've got the first of our epic Best of the Big Show moments to play for you now. This is a special moment. We've had plenty of times over the show's history, before my time and during my time, that would probably get the show cancelled if it wasn't Radio Hauraki. And this one in particular was one moment where Keyzie was a little bit worried about a hand gesture he made and his digital footprint there, getting caught on video doing it.
We've had a bit of drama in studio. We've released a video on our Instagram account, the Hauraki Big Show, and Keyzie's freaking out, isn't he, Minogue?
Well, he is now after your reaction to the video that's come out on Hauraki Big Show on the old Insta there. Yeah, and actually I'm going to put up the reaction.
Oh, did you film that?
Yeah, I sort of got you when you're head down, but it sort of gives you a fair idea about how you feel about it. It's a bit of an intro, isn't it? It's an official video for Turtleneck Tuesdays.
Yes,
it's just been released there. So get on there and have a gaze and see what you reckon. But
I have it because Jase laughed non-stop for 30 seconds and then looked at me and said, "I'm so glad I didn't do that."
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
I'm genuinely worried I'm going to get cancelled or something now.
And it genuinely is true, actually, New Zealand, to all the listeners out there. Keyzie is worried he's going to be cancelled.
Yeah, that's right.
Because of this particular video on our Instagram account. We've assured him, haven't we, Mike, that whatever happens,
he's on his own.
He's on his own.
Yeah, which is good. But that is, I mean, look, I wouldn't say it's easy to make you laugh, Jason. You were crying laughing there for about 7 minutes in that.
But I can't tell if it's funny or you're just laughing at the fact I'm going to get cancelled.
It's a mix of the two.
You know, I've got to tell the audience I've been working with Keyzie on his performance because, as you know, Minogue, he's a little bit over the top. He's a bit sort of upstagey kind of notice me. So I've got him to pull it back. And the subtlety of the performance by Keyzie there as well was what I really enjoyed about it. No,
it was very, very good. Throws it away and just a great piece of character acting from Keyzie. Or is it acting? It
is acting.
Or is it?
Yeah,
it is definitely acting.
Because the interesting thing about it was that you came up with that. That was just something you improvised.
Well, that was the thing. That wasn't even in the script. That was just something that you went to.
The worrying thing is,
because you're a filthy animal.
Well, our producer, the way it works is our producer comes up with an idea for a video and then says, "Hey, I've got a funny idea," gets us to do stuff, and then the finished product comes out and you go, "Oh, I just cancelled myself without even realising."
Right, yeah. Well, he said you improvised that particular little segment. But hey, listen, go on our Instagram account, go and check it out, make a comment, and we'll see if the tide is running your way, as it were, Keyzie.
Please, a positive comment, please.
Poor old Keyzie worried about getting cancelled. If you want to see that video, it's up at Hauraki Big Show on Instagram. If you send me a message and you don't want to scroll all the way back through, I'll fire it off to you because I've got it handy, ready to go, and I've got the access to the Insta. So go and check it out there. And in the meantime, in about 4 minutes, I'm going to fire off some Fatboy Slim for you and then tell you about this epic party we've got coming up. More Big Show best of moments on the way as well.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Got another epic best of the Big Show moment to spin for you soon, but first let me tell you about this epic party we're throwing on 20th of Jan next year. Well, it's not really our party, it's actually the T20 Black Clash, but we're going to be there throwing an epic party and we want you to join us. We've got your chance to bring a mate along and win flights from anywhere in the country to Tauranga for the event where you'll sit with us in the hot spring spa for the first innings. How good would that be? Might see some more steamy Mike Minogue and Matt Heath action, maybe even some steamer action from old mate Keyzie. The prize also includes a night at Trinity Wharf in Tauranga, which would be a nice little bonus there. If you want to get in on that, you can enter now at hauraki.co.nz. Don't miss out on that.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Producer Pugs filling in for the Big Show. Got another epic best of the Big Show moment to play for you now. This one is special. We fondly remember Mike's neighbour Bill. No, that's Jase's neighbour. Mike's neighbour is Phil. May he rest in peace. Many run-ins with Mike over the years, and this was a particularly special one.
Speaking of stinky nuisances. Old mate fell over the fence today. Having another crack, mate.
Yeah, no
I was
doubt.
nearly late to work today. Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah. So my kid, she put my sunglasses and keys into a bag and stuck them in the rubbish. And then the rubbish got thrown into the wheelie bin. The wheelie bin was going out this morning. We stuck it all out.
Yeah.
And could not find it at all. And then we're like, oh, maybe it's in the wheelie bin. So I go out to the wheelie bin, digging it, and I was dry retching.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm not joking. Going past all, because we never...
Did you put the Tarakihi guts and all the
Yeah,
scale?
all of that.
Oh, yeah. that'll
and
make-
sort of, I've been out a couple of nights before, just running over possums and that.
Yeah.
And you got to clean them up.
Do you,
so.
do you pick up Tinker's poos in the plastic bag and put it in your rubbish as
Well,
well?
I take the plastic bag because I think using those plastic bags is terrible for the environment.
Yeah.
So I'd take the plastic bag and then I just empty them into the bin.
nice.
I've had the same plastic bag for 18 years.
Oh, good on you, mate.
Yeah, and so I'm reaching through all this stuff with it. Spewing up and all that, and I hear this. And I look over there and bloody Phil.
You got asthma, is he?
No, he's laughing.
Oh, right.
He's going,
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
And, he's 80-odd, but he's leaning over the bloody fence. He's laughing at me going through this bin, having a spew in that.
Yeah.
And so, I just ignored him and just kept on having a reach around in there. And then I pulled out my hand and it was covered in poos.
Yeah.
And he's dying laughing, old Phil. Throwing his head back and that. So while he had his head back, I went over there and I grabbed his dentures out of his mouth and I chucked them in the bin.
Sweet.
An 85-year-old man.
87.
I was going to say,
87.
chew on that, Phil, but he couldn't because you put his dentures in the bin. Suck on that,
Yeah.
Phil.
So then I said, you might want to get those back, mate. And
Yeah.
while you're there, you can grab me keys for us, would you, bud? My keys and my sunnies, would you, brother? And
Fair
he did.
cool, mate.
He did,
Yeah.
he's a good neighbour, old Phil.
How did he get into the bin? Because he's 87. He's got one leg.
Oh yeah. No, I gave him a
Leg up.
You pushed him into the bin.
No, I gave him a leg up.
Ugh.
So you got your keys in the end?
Yeah, got my keys, all tickety-boo. To tell you what, Phil was reeking when he got out of there.
Oh, yeah. Really
because I
pumped.
also closed the lid and put the padlock back on it.
No. Sweet.
There's nothing like neighbourly love, Old Phil, may he rest in peace, the legend. Hey, in the meantime, you can catch every Big Show we've ever done. Just search Hauraki Big Show wherever you get your potties from, and you'll be able to find us there. There's bonus content on there as well.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Producer Pugs filling in for Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Jase and Mike are off today, and Keyzie, well, he's off honeymooning around the globe. I'm reliving some of the biggest Big Show moments with you, one of which is Jase and Mike's career in the world of tennis, and another is them having a personal grievance with each other, which really happens on the show. I feel like all the PGs are usually against Keyzie. Plus, I'm going to spin you some big tunes, Joy Division and Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I got some cash for you this Friday, so tune in to hear about how you can win that.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Except it's not quite Jase, Mike and Keyzie. It's your old mate producer Pugs from Studio B filling in. I've been forcibly migrated into the main studio to cover the butts of Jase and Mike who are off today, and of course Keyzie, who's off honeymooning around the globe. If you want to see some updates on how his trip is going, like seeing a grown man check out the Harry Potter exhibit, you can see that at Hauraki Big Show on Insta. We post updates periodically. Looks like it's just pint after pint after pint with that guy, which you'll see if you go check that out. Got a couple of texts on 3483 as well. I hope you're having a good arvo as well. I'm not looking forward to a drive home in Auckland traffic after work, but I'm glad I can listen to Hauraki for my workday and have some great tunes on. That's lovely. Another one there. Hi, Pugs. Saw you at the darts gig on Friday. Good to see you up being a backbone. That's from Will. Will, you should have bloody come up and said g'day.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
You probably thought the Friday Throbber that we do couldn't get any better. And for those who are uninitiated and don't listen to the radio around about this time every Friday, the Friday Throbber is where the guys all bring a tune to the table to kick off the weekend, and then you, the listener, get to vote and play that song on the air. Now, somehow we've made it even better. I didn't think it was possible. We've got your chance, thanks to our mates at Super Liquor, to give $200 to a mate of your choosing. So it's your chance to dedicate your Throbber vote to a mate and say cheers and give them $200 in cash. It could be anyone that you choose. The guy last week nominated his father, and he had this really lovely tribute about it. And it's not the only chance for you to win cash. If you miss out on that one, Super Liquor have their own comp going where you can get in on that anytime just by texting cheers to 3483, and then you can nominate your mate for recognition through their website. Raise a glass to local legends. Say cheers. Thanks to our mates at Super Liquor.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
And the guys are known for their athleticism, particularly one Jason Hoyt. Those legs of his withering away actually power him through a hell of a lot of sports, and one in particular is tennis.
Bloody entertaining. I was watching old Rafael Nadal last night.
Oh, yeah.
Or Captain Baldy, as I like to call him.
Yeah, I can't do Nadal. I just can't watch him. He just annoys the crap out of me.
Yeah, same.
Just all the grabbing his ass.
He's a freaky little fella, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
little
really
rat-faced little fella.
And he's got all those little he's picking at himself all the time.
Yeah.
He's just full of sort of nervous mannerisms.
I mean, he's one of the greatest tennis players of all time.
I've seen better, mate. I've seen better in my day, mate.
Yeah,
Don't
definitely.
worry about that. And up close and personal as well.
Do you want to elaborate? Or?
Well, when we were, I was, because I came up through the juniors of tennis. I was national, that's New Zealand.
Yeah.
Tennis championship, under 13, under 14, I was a New Zealand champ. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 years old.
Right.
And then I got a job in furniture removal, so I couldn't train anymore.
Yeah.
So you prioritise the furniture removal.
Well, you've got to earn some money somewhere, mate.
Right.
And and I actually got into ball boying. And
I beg your pardon?
What?
I was a ball boy.
All right.
And I was so good at ball boying that they actually got me because I was like lightning, man. Greased lightning. Have you ever seen greased lightning?
Oh, yeah.
It's even faster.
Slick hairs.
It's greased. You've got to
Slick
grease.
hairs. Kapoom!
Yeah, and so what would happen was, I was so good because of my experience being, one of the greatest.
Tennis champion. Yeah. What was it? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
And 25.
And 25.
Oh, and 25,
Yeah, it was my last year. But because I knew the game so intricately,
Yeah.
I could see when a player hit the ball, whether it was going to go into the net or not. So I just run across and I just catch it.
Yeah, pluck it out.
And I just go, no, that's going into the net.
Like a
That's
fly
garbage,
with a fly.
Yeah. It's like, It's goal. For
Wouldn't they get
TV, we're going to
upset?
speed it up. Yeah, but they knew what my experience was. And so anyway, I ended up over in the Australian Open and, that was where we first met, Jase.
Yeah.
When you were ball boying over there. And, we made a hell of a team.
Oh, mate, next level.
What year was this? Sorry?
Because I was like a professional tennis player for the same sort of time period.
Yeah.
But it was doubles. I was in the doubles.
Yeah.
And I think I was champion, let me see now, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 actually was when
Right.
I stopped. And then, like you, I just had an instinct for the game.
Yeah.
I just had, you just have the vibe for the game.
Yeah.
And I was exactly the same. I knew before the ball hit the net that it was going to hit the net.
Yeah.
I used to, stand there too and call foot faults.
Yeah.
Because often the umpires would miss them.
Yeah, that's right.
But I got fast tracked into the ball boy fraternity, I guess.
Yeah.
I was pretty nippy myself.
Yeah, you were.
Despite my wasted legs. And you and I teamed up.
The advantage that you had, Jase, is because you're so short.
Yeah.
You didn't have to bend over to run underneath the net level. You were just standing fully erectus.
Yeah, totally.
And so you could move like a rabbit.
And also, the great thing about that, Mike, was I didn't, of course, have to do the crouch.
No
like
crouching
so
required.
many kids. I just stood fully erect. It would just dash across the court. Boom!
You got to admire the technique there. There's got to be nothing more effective than standing fully erect so you're ready for when those balls come your way. You can listen to every Big Show we've ever done just by searching Hauraki Big Show wherever you get your podcasts from. We also do exclusive bonus content on there in the form of the podcast outro. It's a little less structure, a little more off the rails, maybe even R18 in some cases. I know yesterday's one was. So go find that, search Hauraki Big Show wherever you get your podcasts.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Producer Pugs filling in for Jase, Mike and Keyzie on The Big Show. Imagine seeing this tune live. And then in the same night seeing this tune live. It honestly could be you. Radio Hauraki presents two powerhouses of rock, Live and Incubus. They're co-headlining a tour of NZ next year. Tickets are on sale now. Full details on the gigs page at hauraki.co.nz.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
I've been sifting through the archives to find some of our biggest moments that you might have forgotten about or that you might not have even heard at all. This was a rare moment, I felt. It was one of those weird, awkward co-worker confrontations between Jase and Mike.
I just wanted to bring something up that's sort of happened over the last sort of few days. Friday, of course, we did the show and you won the Thrubber.
Oh, yeah.
Controversial.
That's
yeah,
right.
But I'm not going to get into the
Kicked
Thrubber.
ass again, kicked ass.
But anyway.
Metallica.
I don't know if you recall on the Friday, it was pissing down when we left.
With rain, yeah.
Yeah, it was absolutely pelting down with rain.
That's right.
Anyway, you buggered off, and I was saying goodbye to Keyzie, and I went out into the old office there, and bugger me, I couldn't find my umbrella anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Now, anyway, that's beside the point. So, I was thinking to myself, what the hell, man? What the hell have I done with my umbrella?
Yeah.
I come back in on Monday, right?
Yes.
And Keyzie and I tore the place apart. You weren't here, of course.
No.
You weren't here at all.
No.
So we
Can't point the finger at me.
tearing the place apart.
Yes.
Can't find my umbrella anywhere. And
Anywhere.
it's like, that just doesn't make any sense. It's got to be
Did you
somewhere.
sit down and have a think about
Well, I
it?
thought about it for a little bit. You know, I really racked my brain, Mike.
Sure.
I racked my brain.
Well, that wouldn't have taken
'Cause,
long.
mate, I got saturated on Friday.
Oh, with the rain.
Totally. And it got a cold over the weekend, which I pulled through anyway because I've got a backbone. So I looked through it all Monday. And then today I come back.
Yeah.
And just interestingly, I find my umbrella
Oh, yeah.
just sitting on the studio desk here. Right
really?
Right where I normally put it.
Right.
You know, which is why it was so confusing that I didn't understand where it had gone. It just didn't make any sense to me. And as I say, I'm not just throwing around accusations willy-nilly here, but
Right.
it just seems extraordinary to me that you've returned to the show.
Yeah.
And thus has my umbrella returned.
Yeah.
As I say, I'm not accusing you for a second of...
I didn't think you were.
Of stealing my umbrella,
Yeah.
but just...
No, just like...
Can I just say, I'm bloody glad that it's back. No questions asked. However it got here, I'm stoked it's back.
Well, just let me tell you, and this is from the bottom of my heart, I don't feel accused at all.
Oh, good.
At no way, in no way whatsoever do
Good,
I
good.
feel
'Cause
like
I
you are
didn't want you to
blaming me
feel
for the...
accused.
Yeah, I don't feel it. I
yeah.
feel nothing.
Yeah.
No responsibility whatsoever. So just so you know, you're all good there. Because I know you don't want me to feel like you're accusing me.
The last thing I want to do is cast aspersions.
all good.
As I say,
All
I'm
good
just
there.
I mean, be honest with you, I thought it was old Keyzie taking the piss.
Well-
and I gave
Well,
him
hang
a
on,
bit of
now I'm feeling accused.
Well-
you know what I mean? And yeah.
Well, the thing about
in
it is-
fact, if I go with my inclinations here, Mike, and
Yeah.
if I go with my gut,
Yeah.
because I go with my gut, I think it was a piss take from Keyzie. And so I certainly wouldn't want... I mean, what kind of guy, Keyzie, does that when it's pouring with rain, sends his cohort out there into the pouring rain, laughing and chuckling away? I'm 40 years old, Keyzie. I can't afford to get the flu, for God's sake.
Yeah, I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll hide his umbrella for 4 days.
Yeah.
And then I'll put it back on the studio. I'd like to throw an accusation at you.
Me?
No, Jase. Sorry, this is radio. I've got to say my
Look,
point.
I didn't want to start a plethora of accusations.
You've accused
here.
me and Mike, sort
He
of.
wasn't accusing me.
Oh, yeah, sorry, not
He
Mike.
made
for a
that. You
second.
made that really clear.
Thank you,
I want
Mike.
to accuse you of it actually being there the whole time and you just being a durbrain and not seeing it.
Well, look, I don't want to bring that up, but I do remember that time that, Jase, you were looking for your glasses and they were on the end of your nose.
Yes.
And that seems to happen every other day.
True story. I was looking, because I've got multiple pairs of glasses. I was looking for my glasses at home the other day, and I had 2 of them on my head.
Welcome. This is To the Hauraki Big Show.
Really big.
With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Maybe we should have got another sting for that because it's not quite Jase, Mike, and Keyzie. It's producer Pugs here. Jason and Mike are away today. They're back tomorrow. Keyzie will be a little while yet. He's still honeymooning around the country. But I'm here to play for you some of the Big Show's biggest moments ever. I've been sifting through the archives all day, and I've managed to pull a few that I think I haven't pulled out for Keyzie before on his usual best-of shows. So I'm excited.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
In the meantime, the latter of which, Mike Minogue, is known for his love of wildlife and always taking care of animals. He's a very charitable guy in that respect, and this was him breaking new ground when it comes to captivity of our native birds.
We've had a few issues with stoats over on the island there. Well, in the sense that actually on Motutapu, there's a couple that have, well, at least one that's gotten loose.
Oh, yeah, I've read about that.
And also on Rangitoto. So they're desperately trying to capture this
Yeah, well,
bastard.
it's disastrous, isn't it?
Can
Yeah, I mean,
be
that's
for
a nightmare.
local flora and fauna.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to get my hands on it first because it looks like it's a female.
Right, okay.
And
Yeah.
I've got a male at home.
Male stoat.
Yeah.
On
so
the
I
island?
Yeah. So I need one. I need to get a breeding pair going.
Why have you got
Right,
a
okay.
stoat?
Well, as you know, I'm big on animals and sort of conservation. I love my animals.
Oh, yeah.
And so I had this sort of idea, Jase, where I'd have a farm, a stoat farm and a kiwi farm. So you have this sort of, and people can come and check it out.
Yeah,
But you just have stoats
like
and
a
kiwis.
petting zoo kind of. Yeah, nice.
But get a big bit of land over
Yeah.
on the island there. And we, I guess we could have fences, but I'm not too bothered by that. If you feed them, they will come.
Yeah, it seems cruel.
Yeah.
Seems cruel to sort of fence them all in.
Yeah, no, that's what I
Stoats.
reckon. So
Yeah.
we'll keep the kiwis fenced in,
Yeah.
and we'll just have a small hole where the stoats can get in.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the stoats can come and go as they want.
The thing is, man, you want to make it as natural as possible,
Yeah.
the environment. You don't want to say, what you're saying, like a small hole into the kiwi den.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Wouldn't the stoats get in there and then murder all the kiwis? Isn't that why we're trying to keep stoats out?
No. Have you seen a kiwi, man? They're bloody huge.
They're fat
bastards.
ass, man.
Yeah, man, they're delicious.
Fat.
Wait, are you running a kiwi farm so you can eat them?
No. Just because the thing is, I hate going to a zoo and they always have those dark rooms and they say, come in and have a look at our kiwi. You can't see jack.
For love nor wonder, because
No.
you were talking to me about the old kiwi farm that you were setting up there, and I thought that was a bloody good idea, and your idea too, of course, within the enclosure there,
Yeah.
just to have massively bright neon lights just pumping
That's right.
down,
Yeah.
that
A couple of spotties in there.
a couple of spotlights,
And I
so
think the
that
problem
people
is-
can actually see the kiwi.
That's right. And it sort of got to the point because a lot of those places, they have all the brush, the foliage,
Oh, yeah.
trees, etc., etc. And I sort of thought, well, actually, why don't we just put them on a tennis court? And we can just use the floodlights from the tennis court.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, totally. And I tell you, it's an experience, Keyzie. You see the old kiwis hurtling across the tennis courts there.
Yeah.
Stoat and toe.
I tell you what, because even with just the male that I've got,
Yeah, the stoat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
geez, I love playing with my kiwis.
Oh, yeah.
Chasing them all around all day, they're playing.
It's so cute.
Yeah, it's
Well,
like a game of tag or something.
Do you ever find any dead kiwis?
Nah, I mean, the numbers dwindle, but you never find... Yeah, I don't know. I guess they must be getting out the hole. I guess that's what's happening.
Yeah.
But also, aren't
Which
kiwis...
is weird because they're massively
They're
fat.
huge buggers.
Aren't kiwis nocturnal? Like, I feel like that's a really bad habitat for them.
Yeah, but it just depends what you're used to. It's like my mum used to do night duty as a nurse.
Yeah.
And she did that for about 20 years.
Right.
And then she just changed, and now she just sleeps at night. Because she used to sleep during the day and work at night, like kiwis.
Right.
Now she sleeps at night, and she's retired, does nothing in the day. Happy birthday, actually, by the way, Mum, today. Yeah, so it's just what you're used to. So I think the only reason the kiwis do that is because they're trying to stay away from predators during the day, but
Right.
that's not going to be an issue on my farm.
Yeah. Well,
stoat farm.
and it's the only slight difference between, like you're talking about shift work there. I mean, these lights are on 24/7 though, aren't
Oh,
they?
yeah.
So they don't have a concept of night or day.
So the lights
It's
are on
just-
all the time, and there's
they're
no
just
foliage.
Go all
It's
the
like
time.
summer in Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just forever.
Yeah, so I think it's a little money spinner, and plus I'm doing my bit for the environment.
Yeah, totally, mate. Totally.
And how lucky our environment is for having somebody like Mike Minogue to take care of our flora and fauna in the special way that only he could. You can listen to every Big Show we've ever done. Search Hauraki Big Show wherever you get your podcasts from. You'll find every single show, plus some extra bonus content in the form of the podcast outro we do every day. And in the meantime, in 4 minutes, I'm going to spin you some temper trap and tell you about how you could score yourself $5,000. It's Radio Hauraki.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Jase and Mike will be back tomorrow. Keyzie a little while yet. He's still honeymooning around the globe with his lovely wife. In the meantime, have you got yourself in the draw for the $5,000 yet with our Hauraki Heartland chips? It's so easy to do, and you get a delicious snack out of it as well. Keep an eye out for the chips. You'll be able to recognise them by the mugs of all the Hauraki crew. On the front of the packet, there's garlic bread and Korean fried chicken flavours. Grab yourself a bag, take a photo with it, and send it to us at hauraki.co.nz. You'll be instantly in the draw for $5,000 cold hard cash. How good?
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
You're here with producer Pugs. Jase and Mike have slacked off for today, and Keyzie's on his honeymoon, so I'm here to play you some of the Big Show's biggest moments ever. I've been going through all of our old podcasts today, which you can do by just searching Hauraki Big Show wherever you get your podcasts from, and I've been finding some moments that you might have forgotten about, or maybe you haven't even heard them before. This one in particular, I want us to bring back. It's a brand new segment we tried out very briefly called the Monday Confessional.
I finally got a night away for the missus, but only went out for an hour in the end. Had to duck home after a major sharting incident in the pokey room. Cheers.
Queen of the Nile, maybe.
Yeah, the lure of the queen.
I mean, we've all been there.
It keeps you in the seat for a couple of hours more than you should be, you know?
Mate, funnily enough, I have a very good friend who shall remain nameless who did a massive shart just as he was starting his comedy gig.
Oh, good.
Like a massive shart.
The first time I met Hilary Barry, I had sharted my pants. That was a nice time, yeah.
You were that excited about meeting Hills Bears, weren't you? You shart yourself.
Pretty pumped. I had a family barbecue on the weekend, and no one knows that I farted on all the buttered bread. Cheers, Keyzie. Keyzie is sicko.
Why would you fart on everyone's bread?
Well, ask yourself, you sick son of a bee.
Because you,
What?
you used, no, not you, Keyzie.
Oh, okay.
Minogio.
Yeah.
You used to fart on cats' faces, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's quite funny.
Yeah. Well, it is. I don't expect it. Have you ever seen a confused and disgusted look on a cat's face? Nothing does it quite.
No. You know what? Here's a confession from me.
Oh, yep.
If I drop one in the lounge, I always, and it's a horrific one. I always go, "Oh, Roo!"
Oh, yeah, that's what your nickname for your missus, eh?
And Roo, when it's our dog, when she hears that, she goes into submissive mode and goes and hides behind the fireplace.
Oh,
Roo!
Well, I didn't do my weekly washing this weekend because I got too steamed. So today I went commando to work. Wasn't until 4 p.m. one of the boys on site told me my fly had been gaping open all day. Absolute shocker, even by my standards. Why did you do that, Keyzie?
Oh, lazy.
Yeah.
And steamed, eh?
Yeah,
There's a few others here on 3483 Monday Confessional. Can't really go there,
No,
can we?
there's some absolute, as usual, every time we come up with an idea and we throw it out to the audience, nothing, 99.9% filth.
Yes.
That just cannot be read out. But if you think you've got something that might get past the goalkeeper, then feel free to text it through on 3483.
And as we say, if you want to keep it anonymous, just say, call yourself Keyzie. Yes, Keyzie.
Well, I was just going to say, if we read them out in a certain way, for example, someone was at a dancing parlour late, and one of the dancers needed to go to the toilet and accidentally...
Keyzie.
Oh, Keyzie.
What?
Keyzie.
No, this is just...
You're walking a fine line here, brother.
One of the dancers accidentally went toilet on this particular person.
Does it say that
Keyzie did that.
this dancer did it accidentally?
I don't know. Look, it just says... it says they got peed on by a stripper. I was trying to dance around it, but...
That was well before my time, but I would love to hear that segment again. If you agree, give me a text on 3483. Maybe I'll pitch it to the guys tomorrow and see if we can fire it back up. In the meantime, you can listen to every Big Show we've ever done just by searching Hauraki Big Show wherever you get your podcasts.